Hi, my name is Val, and this is my Arts and Culture Convo. So I've lived in Fayetteville for about 5 years, and I've really wanted to immerse myself into the arts scene here. So when I first moved here, I spent a lot of time hanging out at local breweries, trying to make friends, and that's sort of how I got my foot in the door doing chalkboards. I started doing drawings on chalkboards at local breweries, and then a couple years down the line, I saw where the Arts Council was looking for somebody to do their chalk wall. And so now here I am. I'm contracted once a month. I do a new chalk mural right here on the wall as part of my business, which is Val's Pastels. And I've been doing this for almost 2 years now. So every month I do a new piece. I wash off the old piece, and it's a really nice way to put my art out there, to put it downtown. People walking by, people get to see me working on it. I also do a couple of live art pieces as well with the Arts Council for some of the festivals, like the International Folk Festival. So it's been really great so far. That's me, and that's what I do. Every month when I'm to do a new drawing here, I'm given a specific theme as a part of the Arts Council and what we would like to convey thematically. And so every piece that I do tells a little story. There's an underlying theme there. There's a message that I want to get out. And so I try to present that to the community, but also I try to present it in a way that isn't too obvious. You know, I believe in narrative pieces. I believe in art pieces that tell a story. Like composition and narrative in regards to art are very important to me. So I try to be kind of subtle with the themes. So I want to present those to the community, but in my own artistic way. So it really makes me happy when people stop to look at my work and think about it. And if they have the time and they read the little hashtags or the handles in the corner, those often will say the themes on them, just to kind of ponder and see those messages. That's kind of what I like to bring the community is a beautiful piece of art, but a beautiful piece of art that makes you think, that makes you stop and analyze. I think this project's important to me for a couple of reasons. So as I mentioned before, I've been doing this for almost 2 years, and every piece, I feel like I learned something. I learned something about the colors. I learned something about the materials. If you had run into me when I first started doing this, I would have been doing it very differently. So there's just a lot of challenges that I've met. So it's made me better as an artist, which is very important to me. Also, just getting these messages and these themes out to the community in a way that makes them happy, that makes them stop and go, oh, that's pretty. You know, that's important to me. But also I think something that gets me a lot of times, I love when students and when just younger people stop and watch what I'm doing and they ask questions and they just get really excited about it. You know, sometimes it's little kids. They're like, I really like what you're doing. And their parents will say, how can we teach them how to do this? And I'll tell them what materials to buy. But I love seeing people get excited about what I do and want to learn how to do it, and see it inspiring them. I think as an artist, when your work inspires other people and their own art, I think that is monumental. So the fact that this makes me better, the fact that it's inspiring others, the fact that it's getting these powerful messages out there to the community, I think art is so vast. There's no rules, you know, attached to it. And we are all individuals in our own way. So the way you do art and the way you produce art is going to be very, very different from someone else and how they produce art. There are so many artists, there have been so many artists who are procrastinators, who put away their art and don't work on it for a year or two. There are artists who do art every day, but it's about what makes you happy and what motivates you, you know, and just knowing that your process is very much your process. And as long as it makes you happy, it's right. And if you can find a way to make money doing it too, great. But don't let it become the kind of thing to where that's what it's all about, is making money, because then it becomes a job. You lose that joy that's attached to the art.